How's it going, my fellow cupfishings? This is Cause Agent Keta speaking, and welcome to the next 5-minute review, more or less, of a game called The Messenger. Was released 30th of August of 2018. Developers by Sabotage and publishers by Devolver Digital. So this game is a game about you play as a ninja. Apparently, your ninja squad, I guess you can say, is hiding from evil and preparing. So when evil does come, they are prepared in order to fight them. And as the messenger, you wait for someone to show up, and you take that scroll to someone else, and basically just run around trying to get to places in order to figure out what's happening. You find out what's happening, and then you're pretty much the only person that can actually help out in order to save the world. It's pretty cool. The game has awesome writing, so it has a lot of comedy. It even has some Easter eggs while running around, talking to the shop, or finding just people or things that you can interact with in the game. It's pretty hilarious. It was definitely up my alley. It's also pixel art graphics, so if you enjoyed like playing, let's say, Super Nintendo back in the day, you would actually enjoy playing this game very much, because it definitely has quite the feel for those times. It has awesome music, so like anything else, if you like awesome music, you're definitely going to enjoy this game. The only problems that I had with the games was the game was a little too short. Even though this is an indie developer team, for some reason, I just thought the game was a little bit too short. Not exactly sure why. It took me about 11 hours to beat, so it's still quite the lengthy game. I don't know why. It just seemed like the game was not that long. Not only that, but by the time this review actually releases, there will be free DLC that if anyone happens to buy the game, you should be able to download the game with the extra DLC, which is I don't know what it has. I want to say like a couple more worlds that you can run around and do stuff, but the only good and bad other thing about this game is the upgrades that you can buy are really nice. The bad thing is there isn't really all that many of them. So even though you're running around collecting money in order to buy upgrades, you'll actually run out of things to buy, because it doesn't really take that much time to collect the amount of money that it would take to buy the upgrades to begin with. So yeah. But other than that, the game was fantastic. I definitely suggest you try it out if you ever get the chance to. But really not that many negative things about it, other than it being too short. But I mean, that's really just based off of the person, really, whether you're going to enjoy this game or not. I would like to speedrun this game someday. I definitely have it written down to speedrun it someday. So even though it only took me 11 hours to beat, I'll actually end up having way more hours into that by the time I get to speedrun it. But there's definitely a lot of replayability, because when it comes to speedrunning, there is the any percent, which is just beat the first main boss, and then it opens up to what speedrunners apparently call it, like the 8-bit, which is the base game, and then the 16-bit, where you have to beat the second main boss. And the 16-bit brings out even more color and even more music. It's pretty freaking cool. So you can actually have several different things that you can do when it comes to speedrunning. Like, let's say, just beat the first boss as fast as you possibly can, or just any percent and get to the final main boss, or 100%. You know, there's just so many different ways, and you definitely will not get tired of this game. But even though I might have quote unquote sub negative things, it's really nowhere as effective as you would want it to think, I guess you could say. So hopefully this review worked out for you. I would definitely suggest you buy it, try it out. You won't be disappointed, especially if you like comedy or collectathons, pixel art, graphics, you know, stuff like that. So with that, I am going to head out. Everyone take care. Hope to see you in the next one, and peace out.